Hello, happy new year, and welcome to a brand new Manor Lords Let's Play series. We are in the brand new map that's currently in pre-release and hopefully will be released very soon. This is the river map, so we have this wonderful river flowing all the way through the map, as you can see here. Hildebold has two regions over here, so unlike our other Let's Play series, we're going to have a bit of combat in this one. We're going to go up against Hildebold on this map, and I think there could be some really interesting battles because not only do we have this river running through it, but we also have bridges, which could be very, very interesting for where we take fights and our combat. But we also have these amazing cliffs as well. So unlike the original map, there's only one real cliff off into the corner. But I think this cliff, and I'm sure there are others in the map as well, will be really, really useful. And our immediate threat, although I don't think Hildebolt's going to go for us straight away, we do have this bandit camp just over the bridge. So we'll see how that plays out later on, but let's not get too ahead of ourselves just yet. Right now, we have to solve the issue of starting off our population here. We have homelessness at the moment. We have supplies that need to be put away. So I think what I'd like to do is I'm just going to build a circular road around here. I don't know if this is going to be worth it or not. And let's start out by, first of all, we want a logging camp. Let's see if we can get that somewhere over here. It's not too problematic. I'm going to attach that there. And we want to get our food online as well, especially since we have two very good food resources. And not to mention, we want a well. Got to meet that water requirement. Oh, that's perfect. Got to meet that water requirement. So I'm going to do that first. We can get another ox on our from our hitching post here. So let's do that. And I'm just going to let those build out. And as I mentioned, we want to get everything in storage. So I think I'm just going to put a storehouse here and a granary right next to it. I'll leave a little bit of space just in case we want a road going through there at some point. And then we have got our wood coming in. We will have some food coming in, and we can also meet some of these basic requirements. We're also going to want a marketplace as well, so can't forget that. Where does that live? I always forget. It has a nice icon there. And I think we can just put a little marketplace here on this corner, and we'll wrap that around. 22 stalls. I think that's probably enough for now. We can always expand that out. And you can see that it has this new capacity guide here on the tab. So that's something that's in the new update. Let's just get a family on that already. So there's quite a few things just to keep an eye on. We have this available living space in the top left, which is also something new, which will be interesting. I think that's always good because before it just showed population and it wasn't super clear. Like you had population here, you had burgage plots, but the amount of living space wasn't always super clear. So I think that's a nice addition. There's also some changes to the cost of various buildings. So now quite a few buildings, I think these ones have plank requirements, which was a big change. I think there was a lot more, I guess, a lot more importance towards planks in the game, which I think is a good change. I think that's good. They did feel a little bit pointless. I mean, you did need them for some building, but not too much. So I think that's a good balance generally. And I'm going to build another hitching post over here as well, just on this corner. So we also did have a second ox, which we'll get soon. I don't want to speak to Hildebold right now. We've only just started. And yes, so I'll unite these lands under my rule. So let's get someone on these to get our stuff put away before we have any bad weather. And we'll also have someone on the hunting camp over there. We will want someone on this fishing camp as well. We've got 3 timber left. I think let's get someone on that. As it is currently growing, I think let's have someone working on that. And maybe we can have a road that kind of goes around here as well. Maybe we just build a little circular road. Is that going to work? Might need to go around this way. So that is getting built. So we have someone pretty much everywhere at the moment. And we have both our hitching posts built. We've got our well. And really, we just need to now meet this homelessness requirement. We definitely want to get some extra food in. I think all of our supplies are put away already. So I'm actually... Oh, these guys are already working on the market. And we definitely want the timber coming in. So I think once we have this fisherman's hut built, we'll put someone on that and we'll just up our food a little bit until we have more timber. And then we can focus on building out some houses here. We could also, maybe we could have a double circle here and build some houses into that. Is that connected? Yeah, I think it is. So we could have some nice round veggie plots going on over here as well. So how are we doing? We've got 7. We have them facing outwards, I think. Yeah, that's not too bad. We don't want loads of room. Probably enough for a couple more there as well. So let's prioritize some of these. And those will get built eventually. I'm actually going to take these people off of there and just get that built. And I have someone on the fishing pond as well. And our food supply is going up nice. We've got 4 months worth. I think that's going to be perfectly fine. And as soon as we get a house built, our fuel requirement then comes in. Got loads at the moment, so I don't need to worry about that too much. And winter is still a way off. And how are we looking for farming, actually? So, ooh, not great is the immediate answer. Let's have a look. Yeah, well, this area seems pretty good for farming. And we also have a rich iron deposit, which is going to be really useful for hitting Hilderbolt where it hurts. So I think we might expand out here to start with, have a big farming region here as well as a deep mine deposit. And then we could always trade that with this region. And then we can start taking some land from Hilderbolt. But I think we do want to be farming these brigands over there as well. So we will need some cash for potential mercenaries, I think. Won't be able to get those. Have some good variety of units, but obviously we're not going to go for those just yet. So things are moving slowly but surely. Get these houses built nicely. And we can get our oxen helping us out here as well. And once this approval goes over 50% or 50% or above, then, of course, we can start getting some new people in here as well. I will want to expand this living space as well. I'm going to wait until all of the houses are built, and then I'll start doing that. Because homelessness is the only thing that needs to be solved currently. But it's always good to build up our food supply first. And we do have only 4 months now. That is because we've now built immediately a lot more houses. We got a good amount of timber here. So I'll just do those 3 houses just to start with. And then we can probably get a woodcutter's lodge. I don't want anyone in this area. I want these deer. Look, there's a lot of deer there. Want to keep that resource nice and steady. So I might put them just out here just for a little bit. Create a nice little pathway out here for our woodcutter's lodge. Let's extend that path a little bit as well. And that will also give us a nice path through. And let's extend that path all the way, actually, over to this road down this hill. And we get our first development point now that we have got 5 level 1 burgage plots. What do we want, though? That's the question. Well, advanced pond keeping will probably be very good so that we can make use of that all year round. We're not going to be super farming in this region. Trapping, we could also double the amount of meat produced by hunters. That could be very useful. This is tough. I think we want to go in this direction at least to start with. I think probably advanced pond keeping is going to be good. In terms of policies, we don't have this unlocked yet, but we will go for that so that we can really make use of this wild animals deposit. I think I'm going to leave the development point just for now, and we can decide later on when we're at, but I think that is looking good. And so we've got 3 available living space at the moment. Let's just get all of these upgraded. And I'm going to start turning these into veggie plots. So these are 15 now. I think they have always been 15, actually. But that is all of our regional wealth used up. But that's another food source. So we've got immediately 1, 2, 3 very good food sources, which is going to be good for us to get the requirement here for the level 2s. We don't have any berries in this region. We have some stone, we have some iron, and a little bit of clay. But it's really not a lot. So I think we're going to rely on other regions. There's some berries here. Loads of iron here, as I mentioned earlier. So that'll be really useful. I think this, again, is going to be a very good region. Probably a very good region to contest early on as well. I wouldn't mind this region, actually. The salt is going to be very good if we have a lot of meat. So we'll see how we get on with that. What's this message? Shipment of weapons has just arrived. Excellent. Thank you. Thank you for that shipment of weapons. So 10 months worth of food at the moment. And it's going to take a while to get these house upgrades in. Kind of want this done as well. We have 2 families available, which I think is good. Oh, and we have no one on storage and granary right now. So I think actually let's definitely fix that. Although that might mean that other things take a little longer. It should improve our happiness. And the woodcutter's lodge is now done. So I think once we have this upgraded, which shouldn't take long, not really anything else I want to build after that. I think I'll just move this hitching post out the way a little bit. And some bandits have stolen from us, so we're definitely going to have to sort that out. Can't have them taking advantage of us. Right, I think, yep, that's fully upgraded. So at 49%. I think it's just going to take a while for this to filter through. Obviously, we need the clothing requirement as well. So we should be getting a good amount of... Getting some hides. We just had some robbed from us. I think if we can get a tannery, that would be excellent. The question is when... But we're doing very well for food. I'm going to keep both of those on at the moment. And we're at 50%, so hopefully we have some families moving in soon. Okay. So I think logging camp is fairly good as it is. I don't need too much really. We're at 51%, so we're just happy. And let's see how much we need for this tannery. So we need some planks for the tannery. So first we're going to have to build ourselves a saw pit, which is nice to have right next door. We don't have anyone assigned to that, which I think is actually fine. And maybe let's build a little road just across here. Feels like a little bit of a dead space at the moment. Oh, what's going on there? Okay, there's the armaments that we had delivered. So we can have 20 spears if we need them. 5 months worth of fuel. That's pretty good if you ask me. And that is not being built just yet. I think that's enough timber for now. Let's get someone building that. And kind of want to keep someone on the storehouse. It's quite difficult in the early game where you don't have too many people to assign. But I'm going to take someone off this as well. So we have 2 families available to get things built. And then after that, we're going to want a tannery, but let's get someone also on there, back on there. And we can also set a production limit for planks. So I don't really want any more than 20 planks currently. Don't know how crazy they get sometimes, just building insane amounts of planks. And they've just brought quite a lot of timber over to there, which is good. So they can start working on those. And we need... Oh, we've got enough for the tannery right now. We just need a few more timber. I think I'll just let them work through all of that, actually, and then I'll take someone off. There we go. So we've got 20 now. We do have livestock assigned to that. And excellent. We've got a new family moved in as well, which is awesome. So let's get our tannery over here, which is great since it's very close to our hunting camp. So they should be taking stuff from the storehouse, I imagine. I'm already very pleased with this. We've got a nice central pond here. Lots of great food resources. Doing pretty well for food and fuel as well. We've got a new family just moved in. We are going to have to tackle these bandits at some point because they are stealing from us. But right now, I think we're just going to have to suck it up. We do want to build this manor, though, because then we can actually get a retinue and start forming some military units. So I think I will. I think in the next episode, we'll look at getting the manor together. That's going to be very useful. And obviously, we can't forget the other important aspect, which is the church, which a lot of people need. So I think those are going to be the 2 main focuses of the next episode. And I think I am very tempted, actually, to go for the pond keeping one. However, I think advanced skinning might be better in the long run, but we do have a lot of resources for food, but that will help us get through winter. But this does unlock 2 options as well. Ooh, it's a tough one. Orchardry is always great because it gives you more variety of food and it's quite passive. And I believe we still only have 6 options for development points. So if we're considering maybe 1, 2, 3, 4, we only have 2 left. So maybe we want to go trade. Probably charcoal burning is also quite good. So do need to be quite careful with that. But I would love to see these built out a bit more, especially, I mean, actually all of them. I think this one's quite good. I mean, beekeeping, I just doesn't feel that useful. This is great if you're doing a military campaign. But I think there could be a lot more to the development points side of the game in the end. So, I think I'm just going to go trapping for now. There, done. We've done it. And we're getting some leather through, which is going to slowly meet this requirement. So that will help on the happiness side as well, which is really good. And we don't have anyone on food resources at the moment. So we're just in organization mode for now. We've got 11 months worth of fuel. I think I'm going to take someone off and get someone back there, because that will also be our hides resource as well. And I don't think we need 2 families here. And we've got 14 planks. Yeah, let's just do max 30. Tannery's doing fine. We'll get someone back on the food. I think so far overall distribution is quite good. Obviously, this one's lacking anyway because we just don't have enough produced yet. Getting a little bit worried about this bandit camp. Oh, that's a new one, actually. We have 2 to contend with now. So we should go for those quite early if possible, just for the influence. So I think in the next episode, we'll focus on going for those bandit camps. But first, we need to get some stone, build out our manor and a church. And then we can take the fight across the bridge, which will be really interesting to see how our troops move across the bridge, across the water, and take this bandit camp. So thank you so much for joining in this very first episode on this brand new map. I'm loving this new map. It's a really welcomed change. I do like the other one, but I think this does just give a bit more variety and lots of different terrain. So thanks for joining. And as always, see you in the next one.